So speaking of banging, I want to segue back into something we were talking about earlier.
Here we go.
Where's the ball?
Where
Hold
is
on,
it?
wait, don't jump ahead. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Learn to tell a goddamn story. Before the podcast started, Burnie said
Like I said, I didn't say it. I just said
Burnie said a good way to measure penis girth is to use the cardboard roll inside of a roll of toilet paper.
like you said
cardboard tube
penis girth.
in the center of a piece
Dick
of toilet
girth.
paper.
What did he say?
No. You could say measuring girth. Everyone's going to know what you're talking about.
Okay, measuring girth. What the fuck does it matter to
Just
you?
be more descriptive. It's good.
And it seemed ridiculously big to me.
You'd be surprised.
So
I'm
we
telling
went and got
You'll
one.
be surprised.
And it seemed big.
That's the funny picture over there. There you go.
It seemed big.
Well, don't hold it like that. There you go.
But we
It doesn't
started
look big in your hand on screen.
we started doing some tests, and it feels right.
Gus, he went after Gavin. You got to tear that little piece of toilet paper off there.
Yeah.
You're the one who fucking took it off.
Someone seems horrible about that.
Sorry.
Gus, why don't you show us the other way you tested to see if it felt big enough? Just immediately put it in your mouth.
He did it before I did.
See,
so it's okay.
the thing I was more interested in is could you Hulk your way out of this by stuffing your flaccid penis down it
Gavin-
and then getting a lob on and seeing
You
if
did
you
not. You did not understand the test at all. Like you were saying. First of all, Barbara asks. She says, "Do you use your erect penis or your flaccid penis?" I'm like, who would ever measure their flaccid penis for anything ever? Who would ever do that?
I don't know. I don't have one.
It would be disappointing. It'd be like, do you measure your boobs when you're in a sports bra? Do you do that? You put on a sports bra and then measure your boobs?
That's actually a good analogy. No, I don't.
No, you don't, do you? Yeah. So, and then Gavin was like, "Well, I could put my flaccid penis in it and then get erect, and then I would be fitting in it." It's like Gavin thought the goal was to fit inside of it.
Yeah, but if you can fit inside this.
Like, if he doesn't fit in it, then he failed the test.
But I don't understand what's the point of this. Is it because a girl doesn't like it if it's smaller than this?
Barbara?
No, it was just a measurement of girth. I'm sure you'll see a dozen posts that go one way or the other.
That's about right.
Where did you read this, by the way?
I read it on Reddit somewhere. I was like, that's like someone came out like this was a good test.
ELI 5. What's a good penis girth?
What's that?
Let me get this
Fancy.
little cage off
It's
it.
gonna take years watching Gavin do this.
I don't trust
There we
him.
go.
Jesus Christ, dude! Just open the fucking champagne.
All right, ready?
No, it's too much at me.
Just give it a little.
No, just fucking shoot it off, dude.
You gotta give
You're
it
gonna
some.
spill it everywhere. Oh my God! What are you doing?
I'm firing at him.
Fire!
Hurry!
You're gonna have to keep the conversation going because this could take a while.
So I'm watching Gavin. He apparently cannot get the cork out
Let's
of the
go. Oh, it's
champagne.
teasing out.
It's teasing. There it goes. We got like a
Hurry up and
centimeter
do
of
it.
clearance.
I feel like my prom date right now. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, it's coming out. I see it. It's going.
Oh, I've done this before.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You're killing me.
You're killing all of us. You're killing the fucking audio podcast.
Oh, you
You went
missed.
way over him. You overshot him.
Missed.
This-
That's some force.
That was
Do you
the
have any
most
glasses?
intense
No, we don't
3
have any
minutes of my
glasses.
life.
This is yours.
Drink it.
No, Gavin.
Well, I've got to hold that.
No,
one.
Gavin. Oh, God, dude. Get out of here. Go fucking throw it away.
That's good. It's good.
We did give a bottle of champagne to open to the one guy who every time he opens a beer on screen, he somehow manages to have it fuzz all over the place.
Someone made a compilation of all the times I spilt beer, and every single time I don't do anything. I just drink the beer, and it happens.
All right, is it
Does
sick?
that happen
All
to you,
right.
like, in normal public? Like,
Oh, all the time. If
Really?
it's a bottle, yeah, sucks.
what's wrong with you?
Okay.
I don't know what D-box
D-Box is, there's seats, there's one
is. Is it the
theater
little
in
cardboard
Austin.
tube that you stick?
No, it's not. that's a D-Box. you put your D in the box. It's seats, and you go and you sit in the seat. And
So I had a dream that I was walking my little dog, Oswald.
They're both little.
My littler dog. And it was the morning, and I had like my hoodie on, and like I had just gotten out of bed, and I was walking him in the front yard, and I look, and my next door neighbor is Gray. And I'm like, that's weird. How long has Gray lived next door to me? And then Miles and Aaron are talking to him. I'm like, what's everyone doing over here? Like in my neighborhood, they're like, oh, hey. I'm like, Gray, how long have you lived here? He's like, I've lived here for like 2 years. I'm like, how have I not fucking known this? So then I keep walking my dog down the street, and then my next neighbor over is Mac Brown.
what? Mac Brown is the UT football coach.
I guess it was like the night he had announced his resignation, so maybe I'd been thinking about him. And Mac Brown had like this big, like Labrador dog, and like the Labrador comes out and he starts like licking my dog, and I look down and my dog is a candy cane. But in my head, it's fine. That's my dog. you know, and I'm like, oh my
Is
god,
it
that
still
dog.
on like a leash and everything?
Yeah, it's on the candy cane's on a leash. And then, like the big Labrador
Nobody
has the
wanted to
candy
tell
cane
you.
in its mouth, and I'm like, control your dog, it's eating my dog. And then Mac Brown calls his dog away, but then like a piece of the bottom of the candy cane falls off. I'm like, look at that, look what my dog's fucked up.
So wait,
And then Mac Brown's like, it's okay, I can fix this. He goes into his house and he gets like this aerosol spray can and he starts spraying the candy cane like to fuse the pieces back together, except like the little rounded part falls off, and I start freaking out like my dog's face. Like that's the face to me, like my dog's face
I like how
just
you're
fell
still
off.
referring to it as your dog.
the
even though
candy
it's
cane on
not-
a
And then
leash.
Mac Brown just turns around and goes back into his house. I'm like, my dog's face fell off. What am I gonna do? And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that?
so was the dog? Did you know that it had changed, and you were like, oh, the equivalent of the dog's face has come off, or did you actually think that it was your dog in that form?
It was my dog in that form, I guess. Like
As
it wasn't
candy.
gross or anything. It was just like a piece of candy cane broke off.
That's fucked up, dude.
And it was like really freaky. I was so upset. Then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
My
Yes.
dream,
Yes.
the other night. This is the only dream I remember from the last week. In my dream, I had a wet dream, and I was like, God, I gotta change my sheets. But I fell asleep on it, and I was like, I'll change the sheets in the morning. And when I woke up, it was all blood, and there were like bloody handprints all over my mattress.
Wait.
That's all I got.
Oh,
Wait a
that was
minute,
still
wait a
the
he
minute.
dream.
was asleep in his dream.
Wait, you were asleep. You woke up from a wet dream to being covered in blood.
In his dream.
That was all a
no,
dream.
the whole thing was a dream.
I get it. But your brain is putting these two things together. You have,
Yeah, I was in my dream, in my mind, my dream mind. In my dream, I was like, "Is this
Third
my
Gavin.
whose blood is this? Did someone come and crawl with bloody hands on my like cummy mattress?"
So what was? So first Gavin is having a dream. That
What do you mean
second,
first Gavin?
Original Gavin is having original Gavin. Gavin Prime is having a dream about second Gavin in a
having a
bloody
dream.
bed.
No,
No.
second Gavin's having a wet dream.
Yeah.
Wet dream about being third Gavin is in a bloody bed.
No, second Gavin has a dream about having a wet dream, then wakes up.
That's second Gavin.
Okay, so yeah, third
So
Gavin.
original Gavin is having a dream about second Gavin in a bloody bed, who's having a dream
wet
about
Third Gavin is
Coming
having
his
the
pants.
best time, basically.
in a bloody bed.
No,
No, third Gavin's just jizzing.
Third Gavin
Second
is
Gavin's
in the
a bloody
mind
bed.
of second Gavin.
But wouldn't third Gavin have a wet dream and he wakes up from the wet dream? He's had the wet dream, so he's both had the wet dream and he's in a bloody bed.
The person in the dream doesn't have a wet dream, except for this dream. But usually,
You're saying the word wet dream.
what we're talking about at this point.
You're saying the word wet dream and Gavin so many times. I feel like everybody watching is going to have a wet dream about Gavin tonight.
I feel like our
If you
podcast
do-
is
So
on
you're
Tumblr, pretty much.
We should insert a subliminal frame every so often.
Hey,
Like last week when I talked about peeing in the shower. my
by the
Twitter
way,
would
I'm
not stop.
totally on your side.
Thank you.
So is Meg. She said the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to out Meg, but yeah, she's into peeing in the shower.
No, I mean,
Totally down with it.
pretty much everybody who
Gross.
I saw talking about it does it and does not see a problem with it.
People are animals. People are filthy.
Out of everything you fucking do, peeing in the shower is what gets you.
That's gross. I don't
It's
do gross
sterile,
things.
first of all.
It's not sterile.
I
It
can actually I
bullshit.
can take this
Let me
conversation-
pee in your mouth.
No, wow.
If it's fucking sterile.
Brought to you by I will
Clean. People are such fucking germaphobes nowadays, and it pisses me off.
First
After the
fundamental
podcast
change.
with the cardboard tubes, I got so many messages from people I know personally that were like, hey, a toilet paper tube is not as big as I thought it was, which is their way of saying I have a big, thick dick. And I don't want those fucking texts from any of you people.
It was like a third of the way down. It was all it made it. If that. Maybe a quarter.
Nice.
so you get home, you get an empty bog roll. Do you say to Esther,
I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. Don't bother me.
I can,
until it doesn't fit, and then you're like, check this out.
the thing is, your bathroom door is like it is attached to the living room,
Yeah.
and it's a really thin door. So she must have just been able to hear you go in there and just go, huh? I guess, and then come out just like, did you like
The weird
pretend to
thing for
pee or
Gus
anything?
is that if you think about it, Gavin, his skin tone matches the color of cardboard, so it's kind of like an extension if you think about it.
What do you
From
think?
now on, Gus is going to take all of the tissue part from a toilet paper and just shove it on his knob.
What do you
and
think
stand in
happened
the
when
bathroom.
Vitaly tried to do that?
Like a super foreskin. You be nice. You be nice. You be a horrible person. You.
No, it's on the internet.
On
So-
the internet forever.
So how many people
Tried that?
tried that and then are like, it was way too big, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
two
toilet paper rolls
two
way
people
bigger
in
than
this
I thought."
room did it and messaged me about it. I know.
Barbara.
No, you fucking two.
I didn't do it.
You sent me a picture.
What?
Yeah.
What are you about?
Weren't
you
you the person
talking
who sent
about?
me the picture?
No. What picture?
Why would he
Who
send
the
you
fuck sent you a
with-
picture then?
Someone sent me a picture.
of a cardboard toilet roll
think I was
on their dick?
No, they sent me a picture of a cardboard tube and it was split down the side, and they were very happy with themselves.
How did
And I was
they
like,
Hulk out of it?
Yeah, I don't know what they did. They probably just tore it and then sent a picture. That's what they did.
Cut
Probably
it
more anything
perfectly
else.
down the seam.
Did they
I'm glad
tear
I
it
can
with-
be of assistance to provide you guys with that measurement metric.
First of all, I just want to comment. The podcast today is pre-recorded. We're not actually live because we are off for the holidays.
Ruin the magic.
We recorded this in October.
This this is recorded in October 2012. So we wanted to take a little time off. So we're not going to make everyone work. We're not total slave driver taskmasters. Because it's not just us. There's a lot of people working in the other room. I think that,
I'm in-
That is true.
people forget.
I'm in England right now.
You are?
It's weird to be here.
Well,
I wonder if
have-
I could
have you-
watch this live from England.
I was gonna say, have
hi me, or if I die in a plane crash on the way there. Bye.
in memory. Gavin
That'd
Free.
be, Gavin, that'd be really bizarre.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got something to hope for.
Oh, by the way, if
With a
that does
Christmas
happen,
wish.
absolutely air this. Like
Yeah.
broadcast it still.
You know-
that's
Yeah, there'd be no doubt. There'd be no question. I mean, would we not air it? We had content.
make
We
a la-
filmed something. We
You want to
wouldn't
make a
air
last
it?
will and testament now? Like, go ahead and who are you gonna give all your stuff to?
Can I have your monitor?
No, God no.
Who's going to have your monitor? Fuck you. Why did you say no? I'm the one who told you
No,
to fix your
he
fucking
said
problem.
no. God no. Like that was
You
so
can
offensive.
absolutely have it, Gus.
You heard it. Gavin Free dying in a plane crash. I'm getting his monitor. Do you think that gives me incentive now to like fuck with your plane?
You probably have some tracking software. You could probably watch the plane. You're like crossing your fingers the whole time.
Like something out of a movie. Get a fucking virtual display.
But you should be really careful about saying like if my plane crashed and all that stuff.
Nah.
I was reading a story about a dude who I forget what it was. He was scamming somebody online. He was like he was like thinking he was selling like ham radio stuff, like CB radio stuff, and was ripping people off. And somebody sent him a bomb in the mail, and his mom came in with a package, I guess, and said, "You got a package." And he goes, "Hope it's not a bomb." Which apparently every story I've read about a mail bomb, that's the thing the person says right before they open it is, "I hope it's not a bomb," and then it's a bomb and it blows up in their hands.
Jesus.
So don't do that. Don't say that.
But this is already out by the time I've flown.
Hope
What's
it's not a
some-
bomb.
Yeah, but you said it.
Yeah,
but you
but you
still
said
said
it.
it,
It doesn't
before you
matter.
flew.
Right.
Gavin,
I
don't fucking the rabbit hole of Gavin logic. Here we go. You just said it now. You're not on a plane now. Do you recognize that? You're not in UK right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
You're currently alive.
So
Gavin.
you're
I don't know if you know
superstitious.
that.
I'm not
The
superstitious.
thing, what
Well,
you're
don't take any
saying, the
chances.
guy with the bomb saying, "I hope it's not a bomb," it's probably because it looked like a bomb. I haven't seen the plane yet. I don't know.
Would you get in a plane that looked like a bomb? It's like a
giant
bomb with
fuse.
wings. You're like, I'm not sure if I'm going to
this
get on
one.
this flight.
So there's a bunch of dead dogs in the
Well,
stadium.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could steal all the bones and make a super dog.
It does make you wonder if they
How would you make a super dog
Be a
out of the
super dead
skeletons
dog.
of dogs?
I don't know, it'd be like 6 times the size of a regular dog. Wouldn't it? You take a leg, you make it 6 times longer.
What do you do with like 6 rib cages? Do you have like a really long leg with a normal sized dog body?
Bundle them together into a big rib cage. I don't see how's this difficult.
Essentially, you just end up with a skeleton of a dog with a really long leg.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
To you and your dogs.
So you don't have any like crazy mascot stories back in Europe? Like,
I don't know
They
if
had wars over that.
I know,
shit.
right?
yeah.
They would like steal like
A rose.
princesses and stuff like that. Yeah. Then
well, I
launch
mean,
ships
like,
to go get
like,
them.
like hooliganism over there is crazy. Like they have
Yeah.
like mobs after
But-
soccer games. and
Yeah, I
stuff.
mean, people get trampled to death and stuff, but there's never animals involved.
Yeah, but animals. That's,
Oh, in
that's
that
where you
case.
draw the line. People die all the time.
What's worse, cruelty to humans or cruelty to animals?
Cruelty to humans. Honestly, cruelty to humans.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
two
of
humans
course.
beating the crap out of each other is worse than a human punching a dog to death.
Well, I mean, like,
the
it's
dog's
one of-
worse.
Yeah, cruelty to humans is worse. I get it. I don't know why people are like animals are defenseless and all that stuff. If you give the animals a choice of like, if you put all the animals in a circle and you said, "Hey, what do you guys think about making the lions extinct?" They go, "Fuck, go for it." I mean, they wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's a
Did-
human
did
thing.
you, did you see that video of that cat attacking that woman in Michigan.
So fucking awesome.
Wait, what?
So that is incredible.
It was
it's a
this-
fucking tabby cat.
It's
that
this like
takes down
house
a
cat,
woman.
and this woman says it was like bothering her dog, so she's like out in the front of her house, and she's like kind of kicking snow
Oh,
at it to try to
no.
get it out of the way. She like turns around. There's no audio, so you don't know
Yeah.
what happens. She's like rocking away from it. You can pipe it out there if you want, Burnie.
How do I do that?
I think I can do that.
Here, Jack can do it. So she goes to turn away from it,
You want me to send it to you,
and
it's just
then she like turns around to look at it again,
Cat attacks woman.
and she like kind of steps towards it. And then the next thing you know, the cat is like from Aliens. The cat is on her face, and she's on the ground. Like it has like jumped up on her face, pulled her to the ground, and then she like is stumbling around. Then she gets up, and the cat's like latched onto her arm, and she's
my
just like
God.
trying to peel it off, and then like throws it, and it lands on its feet with like its tail up, like in a defensive position. It's like out of a kung fu movie.
fucking badass.
That's awesome.
Like I hadn't watched wrestling in a couple years, and I went back and watched it, and people were doing moves where like they grab somebody by the waist and then flip all around the person and then lock onto their neck and then
Yeah.
do like a leg whip.
Like a-
That's what the cat did. It was so fucking incredible. This cat takes down a full-grown woman.
That's amazing.
I can
Did you
fight a
ever-
cat.
I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Did you ever see that video of it's some security footage? There's a cat on a wall, and a woman just walks by and just picks up the cat and puts it in a bin.
Puts in the garbage bin. That's in the UK.
and then walks off.
Yeah. That she's a lunatic.
Lunatic. Who
That's
the
a-
hell would do that
that's
to
a
a poor
lunatic.
cat? It wouldn't do anything.
No.
That's
And, and this
mean.
woman, people were like groupthink again. They were saying this woman attacked the cat. She got what she deserved. All I care is the cat fucking got a woman.
We have the video there on the ingestion. I don't know if we can show
we
it.
go.
Oh, there's the cat
kicking.
getting a little face full of
So
snow.
she's
Take
kicking
that.
it.
Take that cat.
So this is a video.
is
This
she
is a cell
naked?
phone video of a normal
Oh,
video.
That's the first little feint.
Oh, oh my god! Holy, that cat leapt onto her face.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Did she throw it? Look, he's going after it. Like, fuck you. Step
So
off.
this makes me think about when you said you could fight a tiger. A house cat almost killed that woman.
That woman's
a house cat.
That woman's in a pink juicy suit,
It
dude.
used
I
its-
could totally.
it
Look at that
uses, like,
cat. The cat's just sitting there staring at her. Like,
It's like Mad Dog.
yeah,
in her.
go ahead. Walk. Just walk.
It was like a champion of momentum. It like latched on and swung its whole body.
Swinged and did it. The woman
Lord.
went down like a ton of bricks.
The cat couldn't have weighed more than 8 or 9 pounds,
yeah.
right?
And the way it landed, it was just like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I told, it was like ready to keep going. It's like something out of a fucking kung fu movie. Another thing I hate:
Drunk?
quotes.
Quotes.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like people who post quotes all the time.
Best part is his Twitter feed's gonna be, I hate quotes. Sorola.
You just fucked me.
I did.
I feel like
Is it because we started typing to you with everything in quotes that
I
one
feel
time?
no. That's not quotation marks. I hate. It's just like people who like find profound meaning in quotes. I feel like
Oh,
you,
like deep, like
yeah. It's like
douchebag
you
quotes.
can't internalize. You can't make the thought yourself. So you look to someone else who's made the thought and then latch onto that, and then you fucking spam it all over social media.
It's inspiration.
No, fuck that.
This is a collective process that
that.
we're all going through.
If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at
Well-
my best. All that fucking Marilyn, all that fucking fake quotes too. All this bullshit. I see that all the time now. Where like I see like a picture of Marilyn Monroe with a quote, and I'm like, there's no way she said that. Look it up. Oh, that's a Lady Gaga quote. It's like people are just putting shit in quotes and just attributing it to people. What the fuck does this even mean anymore?
does it matter if Lady
It
Gaga-
pisses me off. What it matter? But it's like, but it mattered to them. Obviously, it mattered to someone who found the picture and then put her name on there.
So do you agree that any woman who says if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, that's like a terrible thing to say, right?
It is like
What
the
a
biggest
douchebag.
It is the biggest red flag there ever is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
It's
you
a
later.
huge red flag. And I've been over to girls' apartments where it's on their wall, like
Yeah.
you framed.
Just
and
turn
I'm like,
around.
Whoa, it's your eject. Suddenly I'm in a field and I have no phone, and everything's good again.
Hey, Gavin.
There comes Gavin from a conference call.
I had an ex-girlfriend where we were having an argument, and she was like, I finally like calmed everything down. It was like a really long conversation. Cost me a fortune because I was in France at the time, and I was having this like really long conversation. It actually cost me.
At a time. I was in France a month earlier, but it still cost me money. I was in France at the time.
No, the phone bill was actually more than the plane ticket that I took to France.
Oh.
But anyway, I calmed everything down, and everything was fine again. I was like, oh, this might be salvageable. This was like a really bad argument.
That's a really bad thought, by the way.
And then
Salvageable.
and then she said, you should treat me like a princess. And I literally just went, to an extent. And then she just goes, boop, and hangs up. That was it. It was over.
Cost of a plane ticket.
Yeah.
You got to that point.
Jesus.
To an extent.
You should treat me
You
like a
shouldn't
prince.
treat someone like a princess.
Well,
Because that's weird.
it is
like,
weird.
just like bowing down to them and doing all this stuff. That's not how I want to treat
Is that
women.
what
I
you
want
meant?
some
Though?
sort of.
Is that what you meant? Do you think that's what you meant? I want you to bow down to me.
Nah, just like. No, she's not a damn princess. We're
Right.
equal people.
To an extent.
Back and forth.
To an extent.
So how would you treat Kate Middleton or whatever?
Like a princess.
Her you treat like a princess.
You treat her like
You treat a princess like a princess. You fucking curtsy. Be a proper.
That would be a fucking brutal fight.
Oh, yeah.
But even in war, there's rules, right? Like,
No,
Not when you're, like,
when you're
hand to
about to
hand.
be killed.
But
There's
what's
not.
all that Geneva stuff about, though?
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
but
don't
totally
bust
different.
out the Geneva Convention.
If you are looking at a guy who's like looking to kill you,
I'm
and
talking
this-
Saving
I
Private
would-
Yeah,
Ryan.
that's exactly what I was thinking of. Like,
Yeah.
no, wait, you know.
Yeah, he's like shh.
Yeah.
Shh. Oh, it's a creepy.
No,
fucking
you mean
scene.
you go straight for someone's eyes, right?
Go
or-
for
yeah,
crotch
or
and
like-
eyes.
Or their balls. Jesus Christ, just fucking.
A guy without balls.
I
can
would get
still
a medal from the U.S. government for kicking so many balls. Like, that would be my go-to move.
It's got to be a big reason why they shave
It's
soldiers'
a golden
heads.
nutsack.
Yeah, the golden nutsack.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
sure so you
can't
don't have
grab.
to grab onto.
Yeah,
The universe is really big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of
It's
all
been-
this
it's
stuff.
been
It's
said.
really big.
relatively.
There's all this stuff. There's all these galaxies, and then we're one tiny little planet.
or we're one
and
huge
then-
one on a
Pale
relative
blue dot.
scale. To
You're
things that
only
are small.
around for like a tiny little speck of time.
Maybe you.
And Gus, you're worrying about like email organization.
I'm
do
worrying
you
about
ever think?
maximizing my time in this world. And how about that, fucker?
I mean, there are better things to worry about.
Okay, I just want to reply to email. Fuck it. Sorry, everyone.
It's funny because I had that conversation. I was in a lawyer's office, and we were looking at a contract, and we were having seriously a 5 to 10 minute conversation about whether when you say they'll pay the amount in full, whether it was clearer to say pay the amount in full or pay in full the amount, because the full would modify paid. So is the amount's going to be full? It's clearer to say paid in full the amount. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, how did human beings get to this level? It's like 5 graduate level educated people, and we're all sitting in there going, yeah. And it's like a real debate. It's like, God, the cavemen who were fucking fighting saber-toothed tigers think, I hope one day he'll be sitting in a fucking conference room with a big ass long table,
Air
and they'll be
conditioning.
discussing about
It does disturb me though.
I hope people are one day sitting in a room not having to fight a saber-toothed tiger.
pretty much.
But I kind of sometimes just want an eject button on the situation that I'm in, where it would eject me out. I'd go through the ceiling. My phone and all like technology would just fly away from me, and I'd just land in a field and just like hang out. And it'd be like a little reset.
hang out.
It'd be like a little reset on the situation. It's like, yeah, that wasn't important. I'm gonna go and do something else.
In the middle of a field.
Yeah.
What you want to tell me? Would it take you somewhere?
No, just
like-
like just be one with nature for a little bit, and then when you come back, you'll be a refreshed person. It'll be like, all that stuff we were on about. Let's not worry about
You
it.
strike me as the least like nature person ever. Like if you were trapped on a field somewhere, I can't imagine you enjoying yourself.
Yeah, like I was like, Gavin, hey, let's go camping. Do
Yeah.
you want to go camping?
I can't imagine Gavin be like, yeah, let's go camping outdoors.
I like camping. I used to go for like random hikes all the time in England. I'm gonna do it here. I'll burn to death.
So I'm sick of Facebook.
I agree with you.
There are
Do I have to be here for this?
people
This is awesome.
Just go.
who
The
there
Gus
are
show, I
people
love
who
it.
only have one kind of update. Like there's this one dude in my timeline I know only gonna post about Taekwondo. Every post.
Taekwondo.
We all know who that is.
Another person.
Yeah.
No,
We all
it's
know.
not the person you think it is.
Oh, okay.
I have another person who only posts stuff they're selling. Like they use it like their personal Craigslist. I have another guy I went to high school with who's a realtor, only posts real estate news. It's like, has this become your life? Like this is my experience of you, of these people. It's like you are the garage sailor, you are the realtor, and you're the Taekwondo guy. It's like that's the image you're projecting.
Yeah.
It's so fucking one-sided and one-dimensional. I don't want to see that shit. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
What have
I'm
you
gonna
gone,
fucking delete my Facebook account.
have you
I'm so
gone, have
fucking
you gone
over it.
beyond the like married and baby photos?
I'm so sick of that.
Yeah.
Unbaby me.
On baby me.
What? Just hide all from user. You're done. Hide all from user.
Or
need
just
to.
or just remove friend.
Or just remove friend
Yeah.
if you got balls like Gavin does, apparently. I don't have that. On Twitter, I have a whole app that lets me mute people that I follow.
Yeah.
It's like, boop. It's like,
Oh. And crazy political view person.
Oh yeah,
No,
you
let me-
love
let-
that guy.
Crazy political
It's
view.
usually,
Oh,
it's
that's-
usually like an uncle or
it's
something.
my old English teacher from middle school.
Ah.
I am so sick.
Can you imagine trying to describe your mute function to a caveman and try and make that make sense? It was like, okay, so this feature, what it does is with this device, it lets me see what they do on that device,
Right.
but then I don't want to let them know that I don't want to see the stuff on that they're typing on the device.
Yes.
So it lets me not see it, even though he thinks that I'm seeing it.
Right.
And the caveman would probably just club you to
he
death.
would. He'll club me to death. he would club me to death and he would smash my phone.
Yeah.
He'd say like, so he has a device that he puts words into it, and then the words go into the air, and my device will take the air and pull the words out of it, and then I ignore them. I would have bought a device to pull words out of the air that I don't want to read. And I carry it
So
with me.
specific.
And I look
carry
at
it
it
with me
every
everywhere.
30 seconds. I pull it out to stare at it.
The thing is, if
Everywhere
there
I
was this,
go.
Yeah, I know. I believe me. I have agonized over this. You're laughing and you're joking. I've thought about this. Like when I'm in those situations now that I'm
Laughing at you,
replaying
not
it,
with you.
I'm like, how did I play this the first time? Like, what order did I explore?
Oh.
I'm trying to like recreate it as
Jeez.
faithfully as I can. I'm a lunatic.
you should
Yeah.
press the
about
eject
that
button
game.
and go land in a field for a while and just cool off.
My eject button will be when I finally get back to season 2. I'll be like,